So going into this video, I need to be completely honest because necessarily I have not stuck with Star Wars Battlefront 2. Maybe more than some, but in the end, I've only logged on, every 3 or 4 months or so to check out some of the new features that they've added to the game with updates, and I've actually had a lot of fun playing the new stuff that they've added to the game. For example, the progression update infinitely makes the game more fun to play compared to whenever the game launched. New modes like Ewok Hunt are a lot of fun to play with friends, and I've had a lot of good laughs playing that mode. And even just yesterday, they released the squad update, which allows you and your friends to squad up and spawn on each other in the large-scale modes. All great things that make the game better in the end, but that's not what this video is about, because I'm not going to complain about the things that they've added to the game so far, because I've really enjoyed them. But really what baffles my mind, and what this video is going to be about, is the lack of an offline large-scale mode in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Over a decade ago, when the original Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 came out, they took the gaming world by storm and were literally the highest-selling Star Wars games of all time, and rightfully so, because those games are awesome. Even still today, whenever I have friends over, we occasionally like to system link some original Xboxes and play them because they're literally that good. And what it reminded me of is when I was a kid in the 90s playing with my Star Wars action figures, but in a digital space, these huge, large-scale battles that I never experienced in a game before, but I could do it in a video game with my friends, and it was incredible. And one of the things that's really crazy is that back in those days, not everybody had great internet, including me. So the way I experienced those games was offline, against bots, split-screening with my friends, and that's why, those experiences are why I fell in love with the Battlefront franchise. And so when these new games are coming out and don't have that large-scale offline mode, it just guts me to my core, because that's how I fell in love with the franchise in the first place. And what kills me is those original Battlefront games are like the perfect blueprint to make a great Battlefront game, and they're just refusing to use them. And as some of you may know, a Star Wars Battlefront 2 fan did tweet at Dice Firewall back in February wanting to know whether or not Galactic Assault would ever be coming to arcade mode. And at Dice Firewall did reply back saying no, that Galactic Assault would not be coming to arcade mode, but if what you are interested in is a large-scale PvE mode with both troopers and vehicles, we are working on something quite like that. And this was all the way back in February, and since then we've gotten 2 roadmaps, and this hasn't been mentioned since. So it makes you wonder, is this still in the works? Was this a lie? What's going on? But there might be a light at the end of the tunnel, because if you pay attention to the roadmaps that EA and DICE are releasing for this game, you will see that in this coming winter, they are releasing a large-scale multiplayer mode that focuses around capturing command posts, which sounds a lot like Conquest mode, and a lot like the mode that we would all want in a large-scale offline mode for the game, and that it's coming out this winter. Now, if they are going to be releasing this mode in winter, and if they are still going to keep their word and release this large-scale offline mode, then that is the time to do it, and that is the mode that they should release. And the reason I'm saying this is because it is a large-scale Conquest mode, and if it plays anything like Conquest on the original Star Wars Battlefront games, it would be the perfect thing to offer the offline community of this game, and to nostalgic Star Wars Battlefront players like myself. That was the mode we were playing, offline split screen with our friends. So if you can offer this Conquest mode offline so that I can play it with my friends in split screen, it might be the perfect cure-all for all of this game's offline shortcomings. So yeah, that's all the information we really have as far as a new offline mode coming to Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I know this isn't the kind of video that I would usually make, but if you've been following my channel for a long time or have watched any of my old videos, you know that one of the first videos I ever made on this channel was called How to Fix Star Wars Battlefront 2, because when that game first came out, I was so frustrated with the game's shortcomings that I felt I just needed to vet myself, and that took form as a video that I posted online. And at the end of the day, I really just want to like Star Wars Battlefront as a franchise because I've had so much fun with it in my childhood, and I know I might be looking at the series through nostalgia-filled goggles, but I mean, I feel like we deserve a good Star Wars game. Is that too much to ask for? I don't really think so. But if you want to see more offline content to come to Star Wars Battlefront 2, then be sure to share this with your Battlefront 2 friends. If you like this video, be sure to like it. I do make new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.